You always hear like bootstrapping, like, or even there's kind of like an Americana thing of like pulling yourself up by your bootstraps, and I like don't really believe in that. I think it's like, it was near impossible, you know, to work full time and to start a business without any money. And that's basically what we did. We started a business with no money.
I think that's, you know, something that's always a challenge. I started with about $10,000 that I had from some money that my grandmother left me after she passed away.
I wind up taking my 2001 Expedition at $900 and buying a grill and starting out on the corners that way.
In order to grow the business, especially starting with no capital, every time we would accumulate money, there was always a large item we needed to purchase. So once it was in, it was out.
I didn't really understand how important it was to have working capital up front.
I think banks see companies like mine as being a lot of work for a little return. I think that they don't really get what we're doing. You know, I think we all ask ourselves what our purpose in life is.
I wanted to do something I felt I enjoyed doing, I love doing. And cooking is just one thing I do love doing. She got you the window. Before I was trying to get loans through the bank to get this business really going, but I didn't have enough behind me to be able to do that. Prior to the growth loan, I was probably at my last step because I didn't know of any other way to go about getting the money I needed to move it. I was sort of like, if it doesn't go through, I'm gonna sell this truck and just get out of this thing. But once I got the approval, it just opened up a whole lot of new doors for me.
Well, the growth loan process was terrific because it started out with a fee. It started out with a $150 fee, I think it was. And I got a dedicated loan specialist who I felt was going to improve my business regardless, put me in a better position to understand where I was in my business's life cycle for raising capital, regardless of whether I got the growth loan.
I did have to get really clear, you know, what is my mission? What is my vision? What am I going to do with this money? How is it going to impact the community?
You know, that's kind of what we needed all along. It was always, I think it was like the gap, you know, he like allowed us to close the gap of like, okay, I see how this could make money, but how are you going to make money?
The money that we raised with Access Ventures was a stepping stone.
The growth loan was used to purchase the vehicle behind me and also to get the work done and a lot of the equipment to go on the inside of it.
We bought equipment to help us manufacture the product that grew our revenue so that we could get to the next phase.
Being able to hire management staff so that I could focus more on networking and new sales and marketing and really just getting out of the building and back into the community to remind people about Farm to Fork and participate in more things. We just started growing exponentially.
The space that we're in right now is what we applied for the growth loan for. So it'll go towards signage, tables, chairs, lighting, and our bar build out.
I got everything I needed and was able to move the business, you know, well on down the road. Now we're moving out to different parts of Kentucky and also Indiana to spread the love. So I can say, yeah, it's been a big help.
I've had so many setbacks along the way. This business has evolved in ways that I had no idea it would. I think one of the testaments to any entrepreneur is just finding that grit to keep moving despite all odds. I'm encouraged. I'm encouraged to keep moving. I'm encouraged to believe that the vision for building this business into what I know it can do is not pie in the sky, and the dreams that I have of where it can go aren't irrational.
You know, even if just one person believed in me, it was enough to kind of get me to that next stage.
We want to be like the hometown heroes. We want to do what we do really, really well. better than anyone, and that's what we're like striving for.